evolved in the forests where everything is green. We're happier in an area like this. So I believe that is the case, and why people here are much happier. They tend to smile, they tend to say hi in the street, and compared to Boston or a big city, I would say.
Very cool. This is a 1960 Triumph TR3A in pale yellow. It's a straight 4-cylinder, 100 horsepower engine and does 0 to 60 in 12 seconds. It sits 5 inches off the ground and is only 46 inches tall. This is a fun car to drive. This episode I'm with Deanna. Deanna and her husband Mike are from Boston, and they moved to the Triangle for Deanna's job. This is one of the many reasons why people call me when they move to Raleigh, Durham. I'm Justin Burleson, and this is Relocators Riding with Realtors in the Triangle. What made you choose this area?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Guatemala, but the last place that I lived here in the U.S. was Boston. I lived there for about 3.5 years. And I decided to move here because my company, which is a biotech company in Boston, decided to open a branch here in RTB, Research Triangle area, which is very common for biotech companies to open a branch here. So I saw this opportunity of a new role, and I started doing some research on the area. I had never been here before. And we just decided, my husband and I decided to visit, see if we liked it, because you can read a lot of things online, you can see videos, but it's not the same thing as to, experience it with your own eyes,
right,
and seeing it with your own eyes. So we came to visit December of 2017, and immediately right there, because Boston, we were already like 30-degree weather, and here it was about 70. So, it was like a no-brainer. We want to be here. My husband, every time that he tells the story, I think he increases 10 degrees every time. The last time that I heard it, he was telling a friend, like, it was like 85 when we were here in December. And I'm like, no, it was like 70. Let's be realistic, And we stayed in downtown Raleigh, and we loved it. We just loved it. It was just so cool to walk everywhere, and not feel like you're crowded, because Boston downtown is very, you feel that way, a lot of people. So yeah, that was the main reason that we decided to come here.
What do you like doing for fun?
I have my routine down, which I'm very happy about. I go to the gym in the morning, like very early, and I go to work, and then in the evening I love to cook, so we cook every night, dinner, and we love to just stay at home. Now that it's football season, we watch football, well, all of the sports really. We also like to do little projects around the house. It's a new home, and we want to make it feel like it's ours. So
right,
we're doing a lot of different things to it that we like. We also like to go out. We live very close to downtown Raleigh, so we do take advantage of that. We bike to downtown, or we drive sometimes, and we try to find new restaurants to try. And that's something that we've been very lucky. We have found some very good spots, like for pizza, for Chinese food, for Italian food, also really nice bars. There's this bar we really like because it has a rooftop. It's called Raleigh Times, and I think, you can read about it. It's great. There is one hidden gem, I would say, because it is in downtown, but every time I talk about it to people that live here, they don't know where it is. It's called Molino. I cannot tell you the street, but if you Google it, you will find it. And it's really good food, and the atmosphere is what we really love. We also, now that it's football season, we like to go to this bar. It's called the Brick House.
Uh-huh.
It's close to NC State area, and it is a Patriots fan bar. So when you go there on a Sunday or whichever the day is that we play, it's packed with New England people, and it's been a great experience to have that connection still and knowing that a lot of New Englanders have chosen this area as well as we have, and they're very happy with their decision, and we are very happy with our decision. So that's something that we do.
They tend to decide in the dead of winter.
Right.
My phone just keeps ringing and ringing and ringing.
I bet. High demand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the people who are moving here, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you have an affinity towards a particular team, there is always going to be a bar somewhere that you can go and watch that game.
Right.
Because just about everybody in this area is from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So finding some of your brethren who share your interests are very easy.
Right. Yeah. I've met, I've met a lot of people from other places too. So it is, to be honest with you, I think only a few people I met that are from here, but there's a lot of transplants for sure. And that's good to know, knowing that people from other states are moving here, it's just, a sign, right?
That you made the right decision.
That we did,
yeah.
Exactly.
And how did we meet?
So that was through my husband, basically. He found you on YouTube. So you had put some videos out on YouTube, and he started, doing some research and who do we contact as a realtor? And through your videos, we realized that, we got a very good sense of what type of realtor you were, what type of person you were. Very honest, very direct. And we decided to contact you. And so it was an email first, and then you called us maybe an hour after. And I remember it was a Sunday. We were watching football in Boston, and we just started, talking on the phone about the opportunity of moving here. What would that entail? What was, how was the market here for houses? And we got a very good sense of what to expect, and how it was going to be working with you. And I gotta say, we had nothing to worry about. We were nervous at first, being like first time home buyers, but we didn't have to worry about anything. You helped us through the whole process, and you had said that at the beginning, but until you lived it, you don't know if it was going to happen, and it did. And it was so much fun, honestly, going through the process, and especially the negotiation. It was such a rush, to get to that point and finally find the home that we wanted, and buy it. We're first time home buyers, and we wanted to get, a few things in our, dream home list. And one of them was to have a yard. So we wanted a green area, some trees. And that also meant not having neighbors so close to us. We wanted privacy, which is something that we haven't had in the other places that we've lived. We have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and an office house. So that was another part of our list. It was to have a home office, because my husband works from home. And be in an office, not like a bedroom that you turn into an office, have an office.
Right.
And that was a big thing. The area that we're in, we're 10 minutes to downtown, about 3 miles. And shopping centers close to us, and so we have everything that we need. We have an upstairs, which we barely go to because we have everything that we need downstairs, which is great.
Just put your guests up there.
Right, exactly. That's what we're gonna do.
Well, we negotiated the pool table in.
Yes. So we have used it. Mike definitely has used could be. But you could imagine, like, the first 2 months that we were here, every Friday and Saturday we were playing pool. So I've definitely gotten a lot better than I used to. We were even thinking of being part of, of a league, you know, and that may happen, you know, for sure, because that's one of the fun things that we like to do, which is like stay at home and we play pool. We watch TV upstairs also. But we are, you know, we spend most of our time downstairs. Like, our dog is not even, she doesn't even go upstairs. I don't think she acknowledges that there's an upstairs.
So is there anything that reminds you of Boston here in the Triangle?
Yeah, definitely. I have to say the job opportunities. There are a lot of companies, startups and biotech that were already here, but there's also a lot moving to the area. I would assume because, you know, it is cheaper, it's more affordable to be here for them. So there's a lot of different jobs opening. So that's something that reminds me of Boston, because for us, you know, if there's, I mean, I'm a scientist, my husband is a software engineer, so if there's no jobs in the area that we're moving, then, you know, it's not worth it for us. And here it's very similar to what you would expect in New England.
What are the differences between this area and Boston?
I would say, you know, the very first difference that I noticed when I came here was the greenness. There's so many trees. It's beautiful. Not saying that, you know, New England area is not beautiful, it is, but in the city, how urbanized it is, you can't really see a lot of these greenness. And I think that makes people happier here. I mean, you also notice that almost immediately people say hello to you in the streets. I mean, the first time that we visited, people were saying hello in the streets. And my husband was like, what is going on? you know, and I mean, I grew up in Guatemala, we do that, but, you know, throughout the years that I lived in the US, I've noticed people don't do that. But here in this area in the South, I would say, people are very polite. Other big difference is the traffic, you know. For me, at least, I live about 20 miles from work because I live very close to Raleigh, to downtown Raleigh, which is the area that we want to be in. We like to go out there. So commuting to work, you know, 20 miles is actually about 15, 20 minutes. Compared to when I was in Boston, I lived about 10 miles from work, so closer, because my work was in Boston. And it would take me an hour. It really, I couldn't like really get to the point of knowing when to leave and when not to leave. You know, it was always something happening. And for me, that has changed a lot. Just my demeanor, my mood in general, not spending so much time in the car to go to work and come back. And actually enjoy the home that we have, you know. I don't want to be in the car, I want to be home.
Right, when you're not working, you don't want to be traveling to and from.
Correct. Yeah. So that's a big one for sure.
Any advice that you would give to fellow Bostonians about making a move this way?
Right. So I think this is a great question, and to be honest with you, I think the best answer is you have to come see it with your own eyes. That's what I did. That's what my husband did, and because, you know, it has a lot of things to offer, and sometimes we don't get out of, you know, where we grew up, where we were raised, and we think that there's nothing better than what that specific area, and we were pleasantly surprised with this area and immediately decided to move here. So I would say come and see it, experience it, visit,